spectator. And right now you can see the stadium filled up. A lot of spectators are there ready to watch this match. So what are you expecting this match to do?
The normal expectation as an African is for Morocco to at least get something from this match. But realistic speaking, she's now the joint all-time fourth goal scorer for Germany anyways. Popp, the lady that scored. And so my expectation is that Morocco should get something. But realistically, it's Germany's game to lose. And they've not disappointed. They've taken possession. Now they've taken the lead. And it's not as if Morocco is trying to come back. Because when you concede a goal, you should react. I'm not seeing any reaction from Morocco. And that can only spell that it might be a whitewash or a pummel of a scoreline. But let's see, football has its way of changing the direction. So hopefully, I hope Morocco can come back.
We hope Morocco can come back. Talking about the German side, remember prior to the match, they had a test with an African side, that is there. Zambia, and the Zambia defeated them. Right now, the stage, the reality is the World Cup. And we can see Germany already defeating Morocco 1-0. And this is the 58th minute. And it was Popp who scored that goal. A lot has been said about her. And we all know she's one of the talisman because she has so many records when it comes to Women World Cup and for Germany. Now, Moroccans, they are the debutant. This is their first appearance in the World Cup.
Yeah.
They lack experience.
Yeah.
But if you are the manager of Morocco, what will you have done? Knowing fully well that this German side, they are one of the best when it comes to football in the women's side.
The first thing is to relax and play. There's no need to be anxious. Just get the ball to your feet, pick your pass, pick your man, set the ball. Pick your lady, set the pass. Just make sure your passes are with precision. You don't need to run too much, dribble. Just play with the nearest man. Receive the ball, pass. Receive the ball. Now, when you play like that for a particular number of minutes, you will start growing into the game. Now, when you grow into the game, you will notice that those anxiety, everything will leave you. Then you will not be able to express yourself on the field. But it seems they are being swallowed up on the stage. I hope to see a better approach, maybe later on in this game or maybe second half, because they really need to do better. You are down and you are not taking the game to the opponent. So it's not the best. Honestly, I expect more from Morocco. With what I saw at the Nations Cup, which they hosted and lost in the finals to South Africa, I think they should be doing better than this. And on the friendly match, Zambia played against Germany. You know it's a friendly. There will be a lot of test running. Yeah. You won't want to just do it with your strongest squad. You want to test one, so which can lead to defeat. That's why on the big stage now, you separate the women from the girls.
All right, separate the guys from the women. Let's quickly look at the formation of both sides. Here you can see the Moroccans playing 3-4-3, and the Germans playing 4-2-3-1, and with Popp as the last finisher. What kind of formation is that? Is it suitable for this kind of game?
Is the normal diamond formation, whereby you dominate the midfield, then you leave one striker up front that can hold our own. And if there's any player that can hold our own, Popp can. She has the height, she has the physique, she has the strength too, and she has the head accuracy, she has the strength to hold up the defense. So it's a good formation where you flood the midfield. You can notice that the formation has been working so far. They've dominated.
Oh, there is a counter for the Moroccans now. What is on the counter? She have how many people to be there? A quick pass there, a chance for the Moroccans. What did she do? Oh, but that was so. That's
an offside.
An offside, but it was a good move anyway, and it was wasted by the Moroccan side from the left side of the wing. Look at that.
That's an offside. She delayed the pass too much.
Yeah, she delayed the pass, and that is where inexperience come to play. When it comes to big stage like this, you need people with experience. Probably
experience matters.
Experience matter. Yeah.
Apart from experience, you don't. Experience can be overhyped too sometimes. You just need to keep your composure. Don't think about the stage. Think about the football. Yeah. Just know that I'm doing my own thing. This is my thing. Let me just be doing it. I'm doing it. You don't need to start thinking, oh, this is the World Cup. This is it. You will just keep swallowing up in anxiety. Just get your head in the game. This is football. This is what I can do. Just knock the ball, play. Forget the stage. Forget the audience. And play the game. So it is not really... Okay, for instance, in the male side of the football, we saw what Pelé did at 17 or 18. How many experience did he have? But he kept to his game. Play the game. Just the game. Leave the stage out of your mind. Play the game. And when you play the game, just take it as just another match. When you start taking it as, oh, this is FIFA World Cup. This is this one. That is where you start wallowing up in that anxiety and that unnecessary pressure. So just stick to the game. Play the game. Forget about the stage. Just play the game.
Wow. Just play the game. Forget about the stage. Forget about the crowd. Forget about who is talking about you. Just focus, concentrate, and get the result. Let's quickly look at the line-up.
And the 20th minute of the game, Germany is leading 1-0.
Yeah, 18th minute of the game.
20 minutes. This is the 20th minute of the game.
Yeah, 20th minute, 20 minutes into the game. Yeah.
Yes. Sir.
20 minutes into the game, and it is Germany who is leading 1-0.
A goal scored by Popp.
Yeah, Alexandra Popp.
Yeah.
So the lineup for the match, for the German side, you have Brandje, Buhi, Dabris, Dessau, Kajé, Frams, Handrich, Hutz, Leopolds, Maguel, Popp, Alexander, then Roach. That is the female side. And you know the German side, they have, among these names mentioned so far, who else do you think is good enough for the German side?
Their main top dangerous player is Popp. Popp has been the reliable source for goals for them over the years. And I think she's about 28 years old or thereabout.
32 years?
She's 32 now.
Yes.
32 years old. And I think she's going towards the tail end of her career. And they really need to find another person that will fill up that shoe. Because, football, if you don't leave football, there's a saying that football will leave you. So when football leaves her, so that our space will not be void, they need to find somebody else that can do the damage for them.
You need to find somebody else that can do the damage. I'm talking about Popp. She has had a professional career playing with Wolfsburg for 11 seasons.
Yeah.
11 seasons, that's a pretty long period of time.
And if you follow female club football, you know that Wolfsburg are one of those forces to reckon with in European football, female-wise. So that explains why she has been prolific. You know, when you play for a very good team, it tends to spread down to the national team in your performance as a player. So it's all encompassing, really. We just need they just need to find someone that can actually fill in her shoes, because I don't see her still this sharp and smart the next 4 years. Because that means she'll be 36.
All right. When it comes to the FIFA ranking, Germany remains second on the table. Well, Moroccans are 72. You see the gap.
Yeah.
But sometimes does it actually play out when it comes to big stage?
Most of the times it does. Because there are factors considered in the rankings. First, you know, the players, where they play, the development of the football in your country, and all those things. So a lot has to be considered. A lot has to be considered. A lot of them considered. Let's quickly look at how far Germany have fared. Germany have won the female World Cup twice.
They have won the Female World Cup twice, back to back. That is 2003 and 2007. You understand?
Yeah.
And they are expected to trash Morocco as everybody predicted. But will that be possible? And given the fact that they are experienced twice, they have won the Female World Cup. Do you think they can win this World Cup this season?
Realistically, the team that I feel can really win this World Cup is between USA and England. My personal opinion, based on antecedents that I've seen.
And in the world ranking, USA is, oh, what a shot! In world ranking, USA remain number 1, England remain number 4, with Sweden third, Germany second. So, given the fact that Germany is second, do you think England can defeat them and others?
I think England can defeat them. England defeated this Germany in the final of the Euros, in their European competition. And see, when we talk about ranking, that you are second and fourth doesn't mean there's a huge gap.
Yeah.
It's just about, at that particular point in time, the number of points you could gather. Why the Morocco's standing is because of the gap. You know, when you're 72, a lot of things you're not doing right. And 6 years ago, thereabout, that's Morocco. So when you juxtapose those things, when you bring it together and try to pick the puzzles together, you will see that the gap between Germany and Morocco is huge, but the gap between second and fourth, second and ninth is not that much. That's why you can see that in the competition. See, there are some things you call for me. I think I'll tilt towards USA and England.
USA and England, that's a good one. So let's quickly look at the starting line up of the Moroccans. The Moroccans, they have Ait El Hajj, then Ayene, Chebak, Emric, Karsi, Lamari, Mrabet, Nakas, Porazog Diki, Redwani, Tagnov. That is the line up, the starting line up of the Moroccan side. But is there any known person there?
For me, their Thalys woman is their captain, Shibak. The lady that played this shot, that just gave them their first shot on target in the FIFA World Cup. You know, it's so interesting how African football has grown. Now we have 2 countries making their debut at the world stage. That speaks volume that the federation in African football has really been doing some things right. Because when you talk about it, you see that Morocco is making their debut. Zambia too is making their debut at the FIFA World Cup. Yeah. So, and that's actually really a beautiful thing to see. And honestly, I'm impressed with the way African female football is growing. I'm really impressed.
All right, the way African football is growing, she is really impressed. But among the African countries, with what we have seen so far, we have seen Nigerian played, we have seen Zambia played, and we have seen South African played, and now Morocco is playing. Which of these countries, or 2 of the countries that gives you hope? I say, oh, these people at least, they're tactically inclined to some extent.
Is it among all the 4 teams?
The 4 teams, yeah, the 4 teams.
If I look at the 4 teams, I will say, first off, Nigeria has had their own experience with the way they took Canada on and got the important point, and with their wealth of experience. Then let's see if the coach will come up with tactical brilliance that can offer us something nice at the world stage. So when we look at it, though, Nigeria and maybe second South Africa.
Second South Africa, right? Second South Africa. So for you talk Nigeria, you talk about Nigeria and South Africa. Don't you think Zambia is going to bounce back? Probably they didn't get their heads together, and there are a lot of loopholes in the team presented. Don't you think they can get back? Because we saw them in the friendlies, we saw them in the last African Cup of Nations. They did very well. Probably there was an error, there was a miscalculation in the team. Probably if the coach can correct it, don't you think they can bounce back?
You know, when you talk about bouncing back, it is relative, especially based on the opponent you are facing. And their next game is against Spain. I don't see anything that will bounce. If anything that will bounce, it will be them bouncing out of the tournament. But that doesn't take anything away from them. But realistically, it's Spain's game to lose. But there's still upset in football. There can still be upset. And sometimes upsets do happen. So let's just see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes. Let us also quickly look at the ball possession of the match going on right now. It is the 29th minute, let me say the 30th minute, and it is still 1-0 in favor of Germany. Germany scored an early goal against the Moroccans. Will they bounce back? That is what we'll be expecting today. And for the statistics so far, it is 77% for Germany and 23% for Morocco. Goal attempt, 5 goal attempts for Germany and just 1 goal attempt for Morocco, and that one attempt came from the captain. Then shot on goal, it is 1-1 for the other side. Shot off goal, 2 for Germany and none for Morocco. Block shot, it is 2 block shots for Germany and none for Morocco. Free kicks, 4 free kicks for Germany and 2 for Morocco. Then corner kick, 1 corner kick for Germany. Morocco has not had any corner kick right now. Goalkeeper save, 1 goalkeeper save from the side of the German goalkeeper, and the Morocco goalkeeper is still relaxing, though he has considered one. So what does the statistics say so far? So far, it has been a game that Germany has dominated fully for the first 31st minute of the game. And the way it looks, you know, I told you before that it's Germany's game to lose. So I don't, based on what Morocco has been, Morocco is just trying to contain the Germans. And the Germans to have height on their side. They have height on their side, so that's also a plus to them. And Morocco to not being able to really put 2-3 passes together is not doing them a whole lot of good. They can't really put like 5 passes straight. And how can you build up from the defense to attack if you cannot put up 5+ passes? Look at it, before you know it, they have been dispossessed. And when you keep losing the ball like that, you will be putting yourself under intense pressure. Because the ball you lose, they will use it to attack you. That's why coaches like Guardiola tell that you don't give opponent a chance to keep the possession. When you take possession away from your opponent, you are practically neutralizing them, because you need to have the ball before you can think of scoring. And I think Morocco should really do more in the aspect of keeping possession. They really need to do better. Yeah, in the aspect of keeping possession, they need to do more. In the aspect of accuracy, they have to do more. You understand what I'm saying? Those are the areas I'm seeing, and it's like they are relaxing. There's nothing at stake for them anyway. Well, for this, let's quickly look at the head-to-head coming to this World Cup. For the side of the Germans, they've played, let me just take their last 5 matches before coming to the World Cup. They played 5 matches, they won 2, lost 2, and drew 1. That is, they were beaten by Zambia 3-2. German defeated Vietnam. Friendly match, yes. German defeated Vietnam 2-1. Then Brazil women defeated German women by 2-1. Then Germany defeated Netherlands 1-0.
And it's an offside.
Offside. Another goal was scored, but it was an offside. You can see the linesman. Let's see whether there was off there. Oh, there's an offside. It is a clear off. It's an offside. No doubt about that. But the finishing was superb. The finishing was superb. That's by number 13. The finishing was superb, but it's an offside. So, and they drew against Germany and Sweden. So is that a good form? You know, all these things, when you talk about playing form,
the matches you play, how competitive are they? You can't say because you won 15 straight friendly matches, so that means you will come to the World Cup and win the trophy. There's a competition mood. There's a friendly mood.
There's a spirit.
It's psychological.
The spirit is different.
Psychological, because you cannot tell me that you are going into the World Cup and you won't have it at the back of your mind that this is the World Cup. When you say this is the World Cup, that even means you want to give more than what you used to give before, because you want to show yourself on the world stage. So when you talk about all those friendly matches, to me, it's good for building up the team, trying to understand each other and all. But to me, it's inconsequential to now base it and say, okay, for this, okay, I now feel this team can win this tournament. Why am I saying US and England? Because they are tournament team. They are teams that when they get to tournament mode, they can grow into the tournament. And we've seen it. The way England won the Euros, you will see that it was so decisive. The way they were playing, the way they were dominating. So you just have to give it to Germany that this game is and they've not really disappointed. They've lived up to expectation, and I think that the way they are playing now, they can actually grow into the tournament. They are even one of the favorites too.
Of course, they are one of the favorites because they have a good record, and you can see the flow of play in the German side. They're really playing good football, and they are very accurate, and they have good finishers. You see that finish? That finish of that offside is a classic finish.
Yes.
You understand? If not because she was offside, it would have been the second goal. And you can see the goalkeeper running out to catch that one for the Moroccan side. Let's quickly look at the last 5 matches played by the Moroccan side before coming to the World Cup. The 5 matches the Moroccan side played, did not win any. They played 5, they did not win any. They lost 3 and drew 1. You understand? Jamaica defeated them 1-0. Switzerland, they drew with Switzerland goalless. Italy, they drew with Italy goalless. Then Romania defeated them 1-0, and Czech Republic defeated them 2-0. That's to tell you that in the last 5 games, they've not scored a goal.
Yes, you need to pass well first before you can get a goal. You need to get some accurate passes. Look at it. They've just been all over the place. Their passes, not accurate. You can't even string the 3, 4, 5 meters passes accurately. Look at, they've lost the ball.
They've lost the ball
There's
again.
no diagonal play. They've been chasing the ball since the start of the game. And what it will lead to is they will tire out. They will tire out. And if they keep chasing the ball like this, they will just tire. And when they tire out, Germany will now take advantage and now really pummel them with goals. Because now, you see, they go down already. And when they keep losing passes, when they keep losing the ball like that, they will tire out easily. They will tire out easily. And when they tire out easily, they only get to concede more goals. And when they concede too many goals, it will affect them. For instance, if they concede like 6 here, you know, even when you are tied on point, it has to go to goal difference.
Of course.
In this tournament like this, so they need to be more careful. They need to get their hearts together. Maybe the coaches should make 1 or 2 changes just to create the calm and that composure to be able to string passes together. Accurate passes.
Accurate passes. Let's quickly look at the coaches. Let's quickly look at the coaches. The coach of the German side, Vox Tecklenburg, and Pedro, that is the coach of Pedros. That is the coach of Moroccan side, 51-year-old man. And for the Vox Tecklenburg, he has a very good record when it comes to the German side. So which of these 2 coaches do you think will come up tactically? Or which of these 2 coaches do you think is more experienced?
Germany is more experienced. Morocco is just coming to this tournament for the first time. So all expectation is on Germany to do the needful, and they have been doing it. And when you talk about experience, this coach took them to the Euros.
Another opportunity for German side. A corner kick want to be taken right now, 1, 2, 3. And that corner kick has been taken. And what do you see there? Another goal! Goal!
Alexandra Popp.
Alexandra Popp has made it.
She's now the fourth all-time
highest goal scorer
for Germany.
2 goals in the 11th minute and the 39th minute. Alexandra Popp, I'm sure she's going to break a lot of record in this World Cup. She just hit Moroccans again with another goal. Alexandra Popp. What a moment. A 32-year-old still scoring goal like a 17-year-old baby. That's wonderful.
Depending on the opponent she's playing. she might not be this freed up to score when she's playing either Germany, Brazil, or all those teams. So it's Morocco they are playing. Morocco is a debutant. So this should just be a learning stage for Morocco.
So what do you have to say about the defense of Morocco, given the fact that considering the 2 goals scored so far, the first goal by Alexandra Popp and the 2 corner kick a goal scored. So how did you see the arrangement? Is it effective?
You can't really blame the defense like that because they lose possession a lot. So when you lose possession like that, it's different when you are playing pragmatic. When you are playing pragmatic, you set up to defend. That means your midfielders too will join the defense. And when you get the ball, you set accurate passes. In pragmatic football, that's where you maximize the use of your passes because you know that you are not having the possession. So the little one you have to use it judiciously. But in a situation whereby you are trying to play, you are not stringing correct passes together. The main thing is you will put more pressure on your defense because the passes you lose, the misplaced passes you place is to the opponent, and the opponent will attack you with it. When they attack you, they keep attacking you, you are putting your defense under more pressure. And when the pressure is too much, the defense will collapse. And that explains why they are already 2-0 down.
Already 2-0 down. And 2-0 down, 40th minute. 40 minutes, they're already 2-0 down. You will have 5.
Oh, that's a good chance for Morocco.
Morocco 1-1 with the goalkeeper. We should make it another second goal. Oh, what a careless miss. A pass is still on. Oh.
You see, misplaced passes. Okay, it's an offside. It's an offside.
You can see the linesman pointing. Lineswoman. You can call them men. Man. Man represents both women and men. You know, sometimes. So that was not an offside.
That was not an offside.
That was not an offside. I wonder why the linesman, lineswoman.
With this VAR, they will allow the play. If she scored, they will now use the VAR lines to actually investigate it. So let's just see if Morocco can get their head together and play football. They should play football. Let them forget the stage and play football. They've not been doing that.
Okay, we have watched this match now, and this is the 41-45. What did you have to say about the midfield of the German side?
Very sweet. Silk passes, dominated the midfield. Passes going to and fro. And they've been really precise with their playing. You know, when the midfield is playing well, keeping the ball, there will be less pressure on the defense. That's the example of the German team. The midfield is holding.
And the goalkeeper is also resting.
He will rest now. When the defense is not under pressure, the goalkeeper will rest. It's when the defense comes under pressure, then you see chances being created. So the midfield has been sweet. Look at it. How many leagues?
Oh, another counter there for the German side, but that's a good defensive work by the Moroccans. And
you can see that it's not as if...
Oh, what a move! She beat one from the right side of the back side and quickly pass. And the move of the counter has been stopped because you can see 6 Germans back on behind the ball. But they're trying to switch wide to the left side, quickly cross.
The pass, the weight on the ball is too much for the lady to catch up with. The weight on the ball.
All right. The goalkeeper so far, we've seen the German goalkeeper resting. What do you have to say about the goalkeeper of the Moroccans?
She's not bad. Those goals, there's nothing she could do about it. There's nothing. It's just a two-header. You know, and I was once a goalkeeper, so one of the most difficult attempts to save is an header because it takes sharp reflexes and quick reaction. Yeah. Because when the header comes, you hardly can predict where it's going to. So when you just see where the ball is going to, you just quickly react. And
the German side attacking from the left side, what did she do? She had one man to beat, she beats what? Oh, and the defense, that should be a handball. That should be a handball.
That's a wasted attempt from Popp, who is looking for a hat-trick at the FIFA World Cup.
Alexandra, she's
now joint third all-time goal scorer for Germany with 64 goals.
With 64 goals. Now looking at her, she's hungrier than even other
You have
players.
record to break.
You understand?
Hungry.
She probably should have a target for herself.
And this kind of matches is an opportunity, a big opportunity for her to announce herself. Because when you play debutants, especially the ones that are not getting their hearts together, you take advantage of the occasion and you announce yourself. That record now, from 5th all time, she's now joined 3rd all time.
Wow.
So before you know it, if she can score again today, she will be the 3rd. And maybe go closer, not maybe, go closer to the 2nd. So this kind of games is the games, you know when you are playing more technical and tactical side, the defensive arrangement will be centered mainly around the dangerous players. And they will identify her as a threat. So the marking on her will be way tougher than what Morocco can do. Imagine them playing against maybe England. They won't let her breathe. So this kind of match now, she can use that as an opportunity.
Well, she can use the match as an opportunity. This is Premier Sport Fan Center, and this is our live show. The match between Germany and Morocco, African side is on. You can be part of this show by sending in your messages through our live chat or by calling us in. Our live chat in the YouTube, you can send your message in to be part of this show. And our numbers remain 090-304-99917. Those calling us from outside the show, you can add 234-90-304-99917 to be part of this show. You can be a family. So let's talk about the match that is ongoing.
And it is way easier when they join via the live chat.
Yeah.
We can relate it out here. It's very, very easy to join.
Yeah, it's very, very easy to join. It's very, very easy to be part of this show.
Yeah.
So tell us your mind, what you think about this match. And you can also send your prediction. And remember, whenever you get your prediction right, there is always an opportunity for you to get something from Premier Sport Fan Center. So you can share your you can send your prediction, what you think would be the goal line of this match. So the score line of this match. Mr. Yemite, we have seen it so far. Now, the attack of the Moroccan side.
See,
what do you have to say about it?
It has been woeful so far, but not terrible. You know, it's not terrible. It's just bad. It's not worse. Because when you see, the main thing they need to first get themselves is how to string those passes together. When you now string passes, you know, you can't be stringing passes on a spot. So when you keep stringing the passes, you'll be moving forward. Then you'll be attacking with the passes. And now when you keep attacking with the passes, you will start creating chances. Then when you create chances, then we can now start judging the finishing.
Yeah.
Because mainly, the job of the forward is to finish.
Yeah.
But when they don't have chances to finish, what will they finish? So that's the main thing. That's the main thing. I think the coach really has a lot to do. And they're in the final minute of additional time of the 3 minutes. In less than a minute, I think the referee should be signaling
the end of the first half. Yes, 3 minutes has been added to the first half. It's already 45 minutes, 3 additional minutes, and out of that 3 minutes, 2 minutes has been played. Any moment from now, the referee is going to blow the end of the whistle. We just have some seconds left, and it is Germany who is leading 2-0.
That's another chance.
Another chance easily taken. Oh, what a moment! But the defense of the Moroccans We are not sleeping. We are not sleeping. I think this time around we were able to save it. And it is Popp again who's trying to score hat trick. And she have had shot on.
And that's the
goal.
End of the first half.
Right. The referee has just blown the end of the first half, and you can see the camera focus on Alexandra Popp of the German side, the man of the match, or the woman of the match, if you can call it that way, because she has taken all the attention of the spectator. Everybody looking towards her. What will we be expecting more from her in this match?
Yes, because she has the record she's chasing. So that's a bigger motivation to her, even apart from winning the match for our country and trying to win the FIFA World Cup. She has the record she's chasing, and so you have to consider that too. So she should be motivated, extremely motivated, ready and hungrier to do those things. And what better stage to rack up those numbers than the FIFA World Cup, where you get your name plated down in gold. And it's just a fantastic feeling if you can do those things and do it in record time. Yeah,
I think when we talk about this kind of tournament, I think it is going to be very tight for the Golden Boot winner, because there is a rise of stars.
Of course.
A rise of stars, because I think she's one of them, but we still have a long way to go before we start talking about it. But the way I'm seeing this tournament is going to be a very tight moment of decision for the officials, because we have good players and those who are good enough to win this that award.
Yeah, the thing is this. This is actually a good thing for female football. When you can easily identify, and say, oh, this team will win, this will be the best player, this will be the... It drastically affects your attention for the game. Yeah. If it is very predictable, you won't be really encouraged to say, okay, what am I watching? Well, why am I watching this? Why am I doing this? So, but if it is not that predictable, where there's enough competition, enough talent, where there's armful of talents, whereby you can't even predict who will be the player of the tournament. You can't predict who will be the winner. Now, before talking about the female football, you will only talk about maybe 2 major favorites or 3. Now, we can even talk about 5, 6 that can win the competition. We have US, we have England, we have Germany, we have Spain, we have Japan, and we have even Sweden. Even Denmark is not bad. So, you know, it helps to water our appetite as football faithfuls, that, oh, we can't wait for football to reveal the champions of the world for this year in female football. So it's really, really a good thing that is happening to female football, and I hope it continues this way.
All right. We are in break time and half time. But before the match commences, let's quickly talk about an incident that occurred in New Zealand. That is the New Zealand team. The hotel they were lodged had a blaze of fire, and they have to be evacuated. And from the information reaching us, there's no victim. They were all safely evacuated from the hotel. I think they were lodged in Pullman Hotel in Auckland, and to the information reaching that nobody was hurt, nobody was injured, and they were safely evacuated.
That's one of the good things about having security structure. Yeah. When your security system is well structured and your emergency management is top notch, those are the things you get. Earlier, there was this incident too, that they were shooting close to one of the hotels that one of the teams was camped. So with all those things, you just have to look at it and say, well done to the security operatives and the emergency unit of the New Zealand. And hopefully, we hope we don't hear such news again, because it's not the best of the best news to hear. Yeah. Because emergency, we can just say, no matter how secure and everything you are, when such accident happen, you can only say you didn't lose life because you are lucky. Because we don't know what can happen. Yeah. So I think they should be more careful, more observant. Preventive measure is better than reactive measures. And I think so that we don't hear bad news.
Right, so that we don't hear bad news. That is a message here, and this is from Ezonobi Amali. She's very regular when it comes to sending message. We are greeting you wherever you are sending message from. And here she's saying, good morning, guys. I'm enjoying your analysis of this match. The difference between these two teams is inexperience. The German team is more experienced than the Moroccans.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And she's very much correct. Very much correct, sir, about that.
That explains why they've been fidgeting, why they've not really been able to string 2, 3, 4 passes together. So I think they should be doing better. They should be doing better.
Yes, we expect them to be doing better. And another information before the match starts again, let's quickly talk about it. And that is that NFF have at last paid all the bonuses owed to the Super Falcons. Is that a good news?
It's a good one.
And it's an encouragement too.
Yeah, that shows that the ranting that the coach of the Golden Eaglets did at the world stage really paid off. Now, because they don't want their face to be rubbed in the mud. And I think even looking at this first goal from Popp, I think the keeper should take some sticks too.
Sorry, because she came out.
She came out. She didn't calculate.
She didn't touch it.
She didn't even calculate her movement. Yeah. You time runs. When you don't time your runs, you commit terrible errors. You need to time your runs, especially as a goalkeeper. You need to time your runs. And we've seen this even in the Zambia game. Timing of runs. You see, it's very important. Football is one of the most important parts of football is timing. The time you get the ball, the time you control, and the timing you make your intentions known. That is, if you want to set a pass, if you want to shoot, if you want to dribble, decision making in that split of a second. That's why when you see players that suffer from indecision, they tend to get a whole lot of stickings, a whole lot of blames. Because football, you need to be decisive. And decisions has to come in time. So I just feel that they can
if you look at it, the both goals are similar.
No, this second goal, there was nothing the keeper could do. There was nothing the keeper could do. What was 3 men,
look at it.
3 ladies around her? What were they doing? Even the lady that was man-marking her.
Let me tell you.
You don't allow the attacker to go in front of you. When you are defending, you don't allow the attacker to run in front of you. Because you will have access to the ball ahead of you. And your defending is to prevent her from getting the ball. So when she runs ahead of you, there's every tendency she will do you damage. And that's what Popp has done.
Okay, that is what Popp has done. He has actually done the damage by scoring 2 goals. We've seen the 2 goals so far. And, well, what are we expecting in the second half?
Second half, I think Morocco should come out all fired up, come out, play the game, express yourself. You're already 2 goals down. He who is down, no need for. And I think from there they can do better. And we also have a message here from Adeyemi Shegun saying African teams' greatest undoing is playing with so much playing. I mean, yeah, that's what I think he meant to say. Yeah. Playing with so much respect to their opponent. Take the game to them and take the risk. So,
and in his first message, he was saying, "Go Morocco. Any Boston can win.
Any debutant can win."
Of course. That is great encouragement.
Yeah, of course. That's great encouragement. But you know, yes, you can encourage, but you can't really give what you don't have. That's just the truth. And I support what he said here, that they should take the game to Germany, because now they are down already. So they really need to fight back. And Zambia is a good example in the friendly. They are from 2 goals down. They rallied up. And they still got something out of the match. Though it's a friendly. So they can take encouragement from that and actually do better in the second half.
Yeah.
Do better in the second half.
Actually do better in the second half. So far it is 2-0, Germany leading. And the second half, any moment, the second half will start. But before we go for a short break, can you just, in 1 minute, round up, summarize what happened in the first half?
Yeah, just first half dominated by Germany. Morocco didn't really come to the party. Why? Because they were not able to string passes together. Once they solve that, we will see a better Morocco team. But Germany completely dominated and took the first half.
All right. Don't go away. We'll be back in a moment from now. Remember, this is Premier Sports Fun Center. Don't forget to subscribe to our station. And always remember our channel. Always remember to send in your live chat messages. We'll be here to deal with it. And our numbers remain 07090-304-99917. We'll be back in a moment. Don't go away.
Just as you said, Aubameyang was clear to give him the ball and you could have scored. Yeah. At least you could have given, even if you didn't score, at least give him the ball and have a chance to score. And you will always so selfish, you play the ball out, understand?
Being a Chelsea fan, I was just kind of optimistic that we'll win because we've had a very bad form this season.
Clash of the Titans between the two London rivals, Chelsea versus Arsenal. Already Man City has overtaken Arsenal on the lead of the table with 13 matches played. A win for Arsenal today, Arsenal will automatically overtake Manchester City. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center.
Yeah. Okay. Chelsea is coming back, whether they like it or not. Once I'm not sure. I just go to my this. I want to say Chelsea has so many substitutes, bench win matches. We're not talking about the starting 11. Now we have 2 starting 11. Anybody can play now. It's not about 2. Let my 2 and 3 they come back. Anybody can. Anybody will collect from Chelsea. Anybody will collect. This season may be awful, but I'm telling you.
Nice. This is Premier Sports Fan Center. My name remains Egbenwe. Don't forget to subscribe. Alpha. It's okay. This is a strong Man U fan. Versus Zurich. A win for both, automatic qualify. A draw, also qualify. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center. My name remains Egbenwe. Please don't forget to subscribe. The teams with the biggest fan zone in the world, Chelsea versus Manchester United. They're about to start their match. And it has been a lot of talking between the fans, Manchester fans and Chelsea fans. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center. It's the match, live match between Germany versus Morocco. And before we say Jack Robinson, Germany have just scored another goal, making it 3-0 at the opener of the second half. Germany just welcomed them with a goal. Right now, it is 3-0 in favor of Germany. Mr. Yeah, what do you have to say?
Ball got the goal, the number 19 for Germany. And it's just what we just said. Morocco needs to get their ass together. They've completely surrendered the possession to Germany since first half. And it has continued so this second half. Look at how they are now pacing through their defense. You know, I told you something.
Oh, and the ball hit the goal pole, the woodwork. What a moment. But the referee, the linesman has already pointed on an offside. Let's quickly look at that. Is there any offside there? Of course, there is. So and let's quickly look at the message. A message from Adeyemi Shegun. He say predicting Germany 5, Morocco 0. Yeah, like I said, you can send in your prediction right here. You can win something from Premier Sport. And Said Al-Kato from Morocco is saying, thanks, everybody. Then Ezenobi Amali say, for the second half, I expect the Moroccan coach to recognize the defense and the midfield. That is a very good observation.
The thing is this: when you don't keep the ball, you will be under pressure. Now look at it now. Look at the scoreline, 3-0. It's not that Morocco's defense has been bad, but Morocco's defense has been under pressure. The pressure has been too much. Even the time when they get to hold the ball, you lose it unnecessarily. That same ball you lose, they will attack you with it. And when the attack is too much, there's a limit to what you can contain.
Don't you think this should be a carded offense?
Maybe it's just the landing. It's just the landing. Not really that much of a big offense.
Not really that much of a big offense. All right.
Now look at it. One throwing, they lost the ball already. So I think the coach, maybe she should do something about putting more bodies in the middle. Maybe removing one attacker and bringing a midfielder, because she cannot afford to reduce the number of defenders now. They only want to might concede more goals. because she's playing 3 ladies defense.
A chance for the Moroccans! Oh, what a shot on target.
It took them 15 minutes to have their second shot on target.
A shot on target for the Moroccan side.
And the 2 shots on target were like back pass.
And you know that in the group stage, the Germans have a very good record when it comes to the World Cup. They've played, out of the 24 matches they've played, they've won 20 out of it, drew 3 and lost only 1.
Yeah, that's the hallmark of a team that knows what they want when they are precise. Look at, there's something about Germany, the male folks. The male has won 5 World Cups. The female has won 2. Some countries, even their male has not smelled quarterfinal. That means Germany is doing something right.
Yeah.
And that explains, when you rack up records like this, it's based on your hard work and your consistency and your sincerity in putting everything, all hands on deck, on your national team. And they actually really need to do better.
Okay, talking about male side, you know, when we talk about the male side players, you know, in the African side, it is Morocco male side who has done African proud, because they are the only one who got to the semi-finals
of the FIFA World Cup.
Of the World Cup. Yeah. You know, they came fourth in this recent World Cup, and we were expecting the female to also replicate that.
No. That, expecting that from female is like expecting is like having too
much expectation.
Too much expectation.
And it is 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. That is the first goal for the Moroccans. Oh, but the referee have just cancelled that goal.
Offside.
The referee conceded the goal.
Is an offside?
It's an offside, but look at that play. That was a beautiful run. That was a beautiful play.
That's
it's clear off. Clear off.
That's an offside. That was a good finish.
That was a good finish. There's hope. For them to hit the net like this, I think it should be hope rising for them to know that, okay, it is possible for us to do this. Guys, let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's hit these people hard. You know?
The thing is this. You could see the way they were stringing the passes. If they had been stringing right passes like that, they would have scored Germany. Germany is not immune to conceding goals. But it's because they've not really taken the game to Germany. They should stop respecting them. Why are they playing with fear? Why are they playing with anxiety? This is the worst stage. Yes, but forget the stage. Play the game.
Now, is this the Moroccan team? Is it the same Moroccan team we saw in the African Cup of Nations? I'm not talking about the same players. Is it the same spirit we saw in the African nation that we are seeing here?
No.
The fighting spirit?
No, you know, they were hosting that one. Okay. They were playing in front of their own fans. Okay. They were playing in familiar pitches, familiar environment. Then, even the kind of opponent they were playing, there's none that is as strong as Germany. So your opponent that you are playing to will have a whole lot to say on this kind of thing. So it's all encompassing.
Oh, that's another goal. An own goal. What's 4-0?
You know, I said it in the first half that if they are not careful, they will be pummeling. You know why? The first half, the defense has been running. You know, I was saying it in the first half. They've been behind the ball. They've been soaking a lot of pressure. So what will happen is they will tire out. And when they tire out, they will start conceding. Now, the defense are only conceding.
But don't you think that goal is an offside?
No.
Take a real look at it.
It's an own goal now. It's an own goal.
Look at it.
It's an own goal.
Oh. That's a goal, an own goal for the Moroccan number 17. Just confusingly scored our own. So put the goal in our own net.
So look at it. First half, it took them 40 minutes to concede 2 goals. Now, in less than first 10 minutes of the second half, they've conceded 2. That means the defense is tiring out already.
All right, we're having a message here from Adeyemi Shegun. We say Africans still have a lot of work to do before we can compete with the Western world in terms of winning a world competition in football. Yeah. How true is that?
Very, very true. You see, the thing is just this. It's not in talent. is in facility, is in the technical and the tactical aspect. Creating schools, college of training school for your coaches. Academies. Not just academy, I'm talking about institutions that train coaches. If you look at the world now, some of the best coaches that the world has to offer are from Germany, are from Spain. That means they have schools, Italy, schools that are graduating coaches that are doing very well. Let go send some people to go and understudy them, to go and understudy how they do what they are doing, and try to replicate that into your own football. So with that, you can start building. You see, this thing is not rocket science. You just have to do some things to get some things. Create infrastructure, design a direction for your football, build academies with facilities, penetrate the grassroots. That when somebody notices he or she has a talent, you can go and try yourself out in a facility and see your capacity. If it's a world stage talent, then you announce such fellow. Then they can actually try to take your team to the highest pinnacle. We saw what Messi did with Argentina. So all these things is not rocket science. You need to go and invest in your football. Morocco football is witnessing this growth because they are investing. Before you know it, see, I can categorically say when Morocco comes back for the next World Cup, they will be better if they continue this thing that they are doing. Because it takes time too, and it takes process.
Okay, now, we're talking about time. Nigeria has not missed the World Cup since it started. They are one of those people who have been part of this World Cup for the 9th time now they are in the World Cup. Yeah. Does it make any difference with the Nigerians?
It doesn't really. You know, time doesn't change things. Time will review. It will only reveal what you have done in the process of that time.
Right.
You say 5 years' time. 5 years' time will reveal what you have done in 5 years. Now, when you talk about Nigeria has not really done a whole lot of investment in their football. So how will they improve? The league is practically, maybe I would say, going down and not really improving. We don't have our female league on TV. Where are the facilities to identify talent? So all these things come into play. It's not about how many World Cups they have gone to. It's about what are they doing to improve their football itself. So they really need to wake up from their slumber and from their
now let's also look at South African. South African, they have a very good domestic league, female domestic league. They have the facility also, but though this is their second experience in the World Cup. So do you think in subsequent edition of the World Cup, you hope to see them doing better?
Of course, not just hope, they will do better. Now, out of all the African teams, they are the only ones that have scored a goal. And they scored the goal in open play. So, see, to whom much is given, much is expected, but to whom much is not given. If you expect too much, that won't be fair. Because, okay, how many things have they given to our Super Falcons? Rather, they keep complaining about bonuses. Do you understand what I'm saying? But will you hear such from the camp of the South Africans? No. When you do the right things, you will get the right result, many and most of the times. This Morocco team, before you know it, when they start grooming to the next 4 years, to the next 8 years, you start seeing them competing very well at the female stage. We saw what their male team did. Because of this same investment and structure, when you position your football, position it, build it, have a structure, have a template, have a direction. Not by, you start hearing stories of unpaid bonuses, arguments on this, no good pitch. So what is the standard of African female football? What's the standard? The standard is not up to nowhere yet. So I think they should, African administrators should forget the past and start building for the future. Do the right things. If you want the right results, do the right things. That's just it.
It took African a lot of to break a lot of factors before we started seeing female playing football. You understand what I'm saying? Because
not only Africa.
Yeah, because
even in the Middle East.
Yeah, a lot of things, some kind of traditions, religion, and other. It made African female not to come out to play football. But do you think gradually we are getting to that stage whereby those things will not be a barrier any longer?
Yeah, we are getting closer. But the more we get closer, some countries, the more they go further.
They go further because some people still want to use the
to play. You have to respect the sovereignty of nations. Nations have the right to make their own decisions.
Yeah.
So we don't want our females to play football. We want our females, like Afghanistan now. You see the laws that are there for females. You can't just do anyhow. There are some things you can't do as a female in those countries. So, and you have to respect their sovereignty, because each nation will find its way. So, when you just look at all this together, you know that thing won't be far-fetched. I don't think that ending in any time soon in the world football. But with time, we'll be making progress.
Yeah, with time, we'll be making progress. Now, Alexandra Popp, the captain of the German side, looking forward to have for just 3 goals to be joint third scorer in Germany all time. Is it possible? Already gotten 2. We're waiting for 1.
To be joint top scorer with all-time goal scorer for Germany.
The third of goal scorer. Third, to be third.
To be
joint third.
Okay, she's joint third now. We saw it with 64.
No, she needs to score 1 more.
And she needs to score one more to overtake her.
Okay, good.
Now she's joint. She's third already, but if she wants to own that third.
And you can see her, a moment for her with the goalkeeper 1-on-1. Did she make it? Oh, what a save. And you see the woman that, I think the woman that scored the own goal, I've redeemed my image with this kind of save. Look at that. Almost another own goal.
Yes.
Almost another own goal. It was saved by the goalkeeper. And you can see the German side trying to bring in 3 substitutes. 3 people in, and who is going out? Who is going out?
Magul, Leopold, and Ball.
Yeah, they are all going out. And
bringing in younger players to come and taste the occasion. To come and taste
part of the party.
And he is so good.
Can you quickly read the names, those coming in?
Anyomi. I think that should be a Nigerian descent.
Yeah.
Shola Latwin. I think the black is Anyomi. And Shola, number 7, number 14 is Latwin. And there are younger players coming up. And what better way? They will be coming up 4-0 up already, no pressure. Just come and experience the game. They sweat out and just so that they can also grow to become the leaders of the team tomorrow.
Yes, yeah. They will become leaders of tomorrow. But somebody say in Africa there is no tomorrow because the old refuse to go.
Even if the old refuse to go, there's something they call death. So at a certain time, the death will come. And do you know the funny thing? The younger ones, I will not die. When the old get to a certain age, some of them will even be begging for death to come.
No, of course.
Because it's just in human nature.
You can't
Whatever has a beginning,
must have an end.
We have an end.
And you can remember, you can live forever.
Yeah.
You can live forever. That is just it. So let's quickly look at the statistics of the match so far. It is 4-0 in favor of Germany, and this is the 66th minute. 78 ball possession for Germany and 22 for Morocco. Goal attempt 11 for Germany and 3 for Morocco. Shot on goal 4 for Germany and 2 for Morocco. Shot off goal 4 for Germany and none for Morocco. Block shot 3 block shot for Germany, 1 for Morocco. Free kicks 11 free kicks for Germany and 9 free kicks for Morocco. Corner kick 4 corner kicks for Germany and none for Morocco. Goalkeeper save, German goalkeeper save 2 and Moroccan goalkeeper have not saved any. Then 7 foul for Moroccans, for the Moroccan side, and 6 for Germany. That is the statistics so far. Dangerous attack, 42 dangerous attack for Germany and 12 for Morocco.
And you know, that explains that Germany has completely dominated the game. And I think Morocco should go back to the drawing board. Their own drawing board is not yet destroyed like some countries.
No more drawing board.
Yeah, so they should at least go back, look at this game again, correct their mistakes, and do better. Do better. They can do better. They can do better.
They can do better. If you look at it, the third goal was scored in the 46th minute. 1 minute into the second half, Bouhi scored that goal against Morocco. That is Clara Bouhi, age 22 years old. She plays for Bayern Munich. She plays for Bayern Munich. I think she has a series of professional play. She plays for Freiburg in 3 seasons and she's playing for Bayern Munich. I think it's the 3rd season she's playing for Bayern Munich. And that is a very good one. And the 4th goal was scored, an own goal by Anne Et El Hadj. By Anne Et El Hadj, that is age 28 years old. And her career is in friendly.
Well, 4-0 is much. And we've seen Morocco should be careful.